You ever stop and think about what it really takes to make the perfect work schedule? I mean, it's way more than just plugging names into a calendar, right? It's this incredibly complex, super high-stakes puzzle. So, let's dive in and see if we can piece this whole thing together.
And that's the big question, isn't it? Is a truly perfect balance even possible? A schedule that keeps the business humming along perfectly, but also keeps every single employee happy. It sounds almost impossible when you say it out loud.
So what are we even aiming for? Well, effective scheduling is, honestly, it's an art. It's all about getting the right number of people in the right place at exactly the right time. When you get that right, boom, productivity, fairness, job satisfaction, it all clicks. But if you get it wrong, things can get messy fast.
Okay, so at the absolute heart of this whole puzzle is this fundamental tension. It's this constant, delicate balancing act between what the business needs to succeed and, well, what the actual human beings working there need to feel valued.
And this balancing act, it really boils down to two competing sides. On one hand, you've got the organization. It's focused on hitting peak productivity, keeping labor costs in check, and, not having too few or too many people on the floor. But on the other side, you've got the very real human needs of your employees: fairness, a decent work-life balance, and just feeling good about their job. It's a constant tug-of-war.
So how on earth do you solve this? Well, I can tell you the old paper calendar and a pencil, that just isn't going to cut it anymore. Modern scheduling needs a much more sophisticated toolkit because it's about so much more than just a calendar.
Think about it. A modern scheduler is juggling all these different things at once. You're trying to predict customer demand. You have to stay inside legal working hour limits. You're managing complex overtime rules. And, this is a huge one, you're trying to factor in what your employees actually prefer. Every single one of these is a critical piece of the puzzle. So what's the secret weapon that helps managers juggle all of this? Well, the real game changer in this whole thing is technology, especially now with AI that can forecast and optimize things in ways we never could before.
And to really see how this plays out, let's look at a company that knows a thing or two about being busy: Starbucks. They've basically turned this puzzle into a science.
And this right here is the key. They are not guessing. Starbucks uses this incredibly powerful software that just crunches mountains of data, everything from store traffic patterns to when each employee is free, all to build the most optimized schedule possible.
And the way it works is actually pretty simple when you break it down. First, the software just analyzes all that data. Then it automatically creates the shifts to make sure there's perfect coverage, especially for that morning coffee rush. And finally, it's not set in stone. It stays dynamic, letting managers make changes in real time. It's just a really smart three-step solution.
So what do you get from all this tech? You get a true win-win. Staffing during those crazy peak hours is totally optimized, which means customers are happy. And at the same time, employee preferences are actually being met way more often. It's not a compromise, it's a genuine victory for both sides.
And that really brings us to the ultimate goal, right? This win-win scenario. It's a place where efficiency for the business and satisfaction for the employees don't just exist side by side, they actually feed off of each other.
And the payoff for getting this right is just huge. When you strike that perfect balance, the business gets that higher productivity and keeps costs down. And the team, they get more job satisfaction and a much better work-life balance. I mean, everybody wins.
So here's the bottom line. We have got to stop thinking about scheduling as just some boring administrative task. Because when it's done right, with the right tools, it becomes this incredibly powerful strategic advantage. It can literally define the success of a business and the well-being of its people.
Which kind of leaves us with one final question to chew on. When you look at your own workplace, is the schedule a frustrating puzzle where the pieces just don't seem to fit? Or is it a perfect fit, designed to help everyone succeed?